community. So this morning, our nugget is based on the fact of being vessels for victory. Vessels for victory. You know, as we get ready to wind down the year 2020, we need to understand that we are trusting God, and God has brought us this far. And one of the things that I am truly saying is this: if God can bring us through 2020, he can bring us through anything. And so what should we be doing in these times as we prepare for the year 2021? Well, one of the things we should be doing is, as leaders, we need to make sure that we are prepared for victory, but we also should be preparing to build people so that they too can become vessels of victory, vessels of victory. So thank you again for joining me this morning. And I just want to talk for a few minutes of what it means to be a vessel for victory. You know, the scripture I want to look at today, and I just want to read that real quickly for you as we look at this particular scripture. Let me put it up here for you. And that scripture is found in Judges chapter 3, verses 9 and verse 15. Judges chapter 3, verses 9 and verse 15. Here's what it says. When the children of Israel cried out to the Lord raised up a deliverer for the children of Israel who delivered them. You know, right now people are crying out, and what they're crying out for is for somebody to come out and to lead them through the many hardships and trials that many people have been going through in the year 2020. And let me tell you something, when the people cry out to the Lord always raises up a deliverer for the people who want to be delivered. And so I want to just talk for a few minutes on how to become a vessel for victory, and how you as a leader can help other people become vessels of victory. That's what we should be doing at this time. So Judges 3, 9 and 15 talks about a deliverer being raised up by the Lord to help us in these times. See, true leaders always find a way to help the team win. You know, Othniel found his people surrounded by enemies from Mesopotamia. He stepped forward and led the armies of Israel against a pagan king and prevailed his victory. And this peace lasted really for 40 years. But later, Moab formed an alliance with the Ammonites and the Amalekites. And as they attacked Israel, they suffered defeat, and that lasted for over 18 years. And when the people cried out to the Lord, EU stepped forward and led them to victory. The peace lasted there for 80 years. And so you got to learn that in this process, that as you look and study that history, that God has shown us that true leadership always starts when a person does 5 things. And I want to show you real quickly these 5 things that a person must do to be and be part of a vessel of victory. So let me show them to you real quickly. How do we do these? Well, number 1, here's what happens. A true leader prepares for victory and helps other people become vessels of victory when they perceive a need. They perceive a need. So what does that mean? That means that particular leader spots a specific problem. As you are leading, as you're preparing for 2021, let me ask you a question. Are you looking for the particular and the specific spots of problems in which you can help and to raise vessels for victory? Are you looking for those specific spots of problems? Number 2, a vessel for victory, or a leader who's leading people for vessels of victory, possesses a gift. That leader always possesses a gift. And what does that mean? That gift means basically he has a competence to address that particular need. So we are always preparing ourselves, and understand the Bible teaches us a lot of the things that we go through are not for us, but they're for the people that we're going to help down the line. And so here's what happens. A lot of times we don't realize that problems give us the competence we need that turns into gifting that we can help someone else with. So again, the leader perceives a need. That means a specific problem. The leader possesses a gift. That means he has confidence or competence to address that particular need that is there. Number 3, they parade a passion parades a passion. And what does that mean? That means they cast a vision for a passion to act. See, it's one thing when I talk about a particular need or I talk about a particular problem, but it's another thing when I carry that passion. And there is a passion on you that, again, that is on me, that we want God to use us in the areas of that passion. How can you tell where those passions are? Usually those passions are those areas that are touchy to you, those subjects, those places, those things that are touchy to you, that touches your heart. So again, perceives a need, possesses a gift, and then after possessing that gift, they parade a particular passion. And then number 4, they persuade a people. Once your passion is unleashed, it persuades a people. And what does that mean? It attracts other people to join the cause. It attracts other people to join the cause. See, when you parade your passion, that passion just comes out of you. And when that passion comes forward, it persuades a people that attracts others to join your call. You know, one of the quotes that I always loved in life, it says this: if you set yourself on fire with enthusiasm, people will gather around to watch you burn. See, when your passion comes out and when you begin to speak from your passion, you will begin to persuade a people to join you in your particular cause. And then the last one, number 5, is this: it pursues a purpose. It pursues a purpose. That means it employs measures to accomplish the desired goal. It gets you up to not just talk about it, but it gets you up to be about it. It takes you to a place where you begin to write out, where you begin to create brochures and different things where you're ready to spread the word. Maybe it may mean that you may do what I'm doing right now. Maybe it may mean that you get on Facebook or you get on social media in different areas where you go out to actually act towards that goal. And when you do that, what you're doing is you're preparing vessels for victory. You got to remember, everything starts first with one flame. One flame. You can be that flame that can start this whole fire to burn, to help people in these trying times. So again, the question I'm going to ask you today is, are you preparing vessels of victory? And here's our question for our nugget today: how do you help your team win? And when I say how do you help your team win, I mean on your job, I mean in your household, in your family. How do you create vessels of victory through the 5 steps that I've just shared with you this morning? So here's what I want you to do all this week. I want you to continue to ask that question: are you preparing vessels for victory? And here's how you do it. You answer that question by, how do you help your team to win? And don't forget those 5 things that we have talked about this morning. And I want you to keep those there. If you forgot them, here we go. Perceives a need, possesses a gift, parades a passion. Those 3 are so important. And then number 4 and 5 is persuades a people and pursues a purpose. Let those 5 things be there for you as you move forward for this week. So again, thank you so much for joining me for our Nugget to Live By.